What's up, YouTube family, and welcome Star Wars fans. I've got some news for you about Star Wars Battlefront that's been a long time coming. Now, every time I do a live stream or a video for Star Wars Battlefront, I get a bunch of people asking me, yo, MassiveG, are they going to be making Star Wars Force Awakens DLC for Battlefront? Will I be able to fight as the First Order? Or they'll be asking me, yo, do you think they're going to make Prequel DLC for Battlefront, where we can experience the Clone Wars? No and no. The official EA Star Wars Twitter account has tweeted, our team is focusing on the original trilogy for this release of Star Wars Battlefront. So there you have it, proof from EA. But for those of you that are wondering why, I'm going to break it down. So let's start off with the prequels. The reason why it wasn't in the base game and why we won't see any DLC for it is because Disney doesn't want it there. They've been staying away from the prequels as much as they possibly could. They don't want people to be reminded of the George Lucas prequels. Not that they're bad movies, I enjoy them myself, but they're not Star Wars for a lot of people, and Disney definitely doesn't want to take Star Wars in the same direction as Lucas did, and they don't even want people to be reminded of the direction that Lucas took it in. And that's without going into all the other aspects on why the prequels weren't in the game, like how much research they would have had to put into the prequels to make it the transition as authentic as the original trilogy into the game, and how much more money it would have cost with man-hours, developing all the different planets and weapons and character models and animations and scores and stuff like that, and then on top of that, it would have required more development time than they had. So at this point you might be thinking to yourself, alright, that's all fine and good, but why isn't The Force Awakens in the base game, or why aren't they making any DLC? You'd think that would sell like gangbusters with the film coming out, the first Star Wars film in many years, and it's Christmas time, so kids are like trying to gobble up all the games and toys they can. Leaks. Disney takes them very seriously. I guarantee you, EA right now is working on the foundations of a new Battlefront for this new trilogy, but the current Battlefront that we have has been in development for a few years. They just couldn't give EA enough information to actually make a game from it. That's why so many major leaks for these franchise movies come out through toys, because when they give the toy designers information, they give as little information as they possibly can, and hope and cross their fingers that they can avoid spoilers leaking out from these toys being developed. Usually the spoilers don't make it out, but sometimes they do, and then other times it's apparent that the toy designers didn't have the full story on whatever toy they were designing, like the Lego Kylo Ren transport shuttle. The wings are not able to actually bend into a V shape. They're stuck in that rigid, straight position because Lego was not given the right information from Disney. They weren't given the information that the wings can actually bend into a V shape, and that's how the shuttlecraft flies. They were probably just given a static 3D model and some pictures, and that's it. No animations, no clip from the movies. And there are other reasons, that's just one of the reasons. Another reason would be that they could make more money with an original trilogy Battlefront, and then another Battlefront being the new trilogy. But honestly, I don't see a problem with having an original trilogy Battlefront and a new trilogy Battlefront. I'd just rather have them flush out the original trilogy as much as they can, and bam, there we go. Original trilogy Battlefront, we're done, that's all we need from that. And then, when the new trilogy Battlefront comes out, hopefully it'll be a couple years from now and the new trilogy will be sort of established. We'll have more of a developed world and universe for the new trilogy to actually create a Battlefront from authentically. Which is why we won't be getting the Force Awakens DLC for Star Wars Battlefront. I'm fine with this. I would rather have two fully fleshed out points in the universe and a game for each than I would one hodgepodgey mess of the base game is the original trilogy and some of the DLC is original trilogy, some of the DLC is the new trilogy with the Resistance and the First Order. It would just be a mess, and I think it would be an inferior product as a whole than two separate good products. Now, I know, a lot of people don't like Battlefront. That's fine. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Just move on. It's better to be happy and play the games you like than be negative about a game that you don't like and isn't made and marketed toward you. It's like saying George Lucas ruined your childhood because he made movies that you didn't like, even though those movies were not made with you in mind in the first place. They're made with a completely different group of people in mind, and they worked for those people, namely kids that wanted to buy Star Wars toys. Same with the game. If you don't like it, that's fine. You're probably not even supposed to like it in the developer's eyes. They probably didn't even counter you into their demographics and statistics or whatever. So, in summary, there probably will never be any DLC for this Battlefront that is not original trilogy, because this is apparently the original trilogy Battlefront, which is why it might be a good idea not to buy the season pass and instead wait for 1 or 2 DLCs to come out, see if you like it, and then maybe buy the season pass because it is a little cheaper, or you may not want to buy the season pass and just pick and choose from different locations or heroes that you liked in the original trilogy that will be in maybe 1 or 2 DLCs. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, you can subscribe to join our massive gaming family. We live stream almost every single day and it's a lot of fun. It's like we're all hanging out on a big virtual couch playing some games. But until next time, game massively. May the Force be with you.